Hello and thanks once again for joining us on Extra. I'm Lewakana, your host for today. On the show we have a look at our national flag, the changes our flag went through before we settled for the red, black and gold. Plus, on our movie review for this week, Jacqueline Kanaburi tells us what's hot in the movie world. Plus, on Afternoon Tea we have our usual Thursday afternoon catch-up with our friends from BSP. But first, Siniva Kasimani joins us now with an interesting story on human rights and how one Papua New Guinean's fight for human rights has taken him to New York.
My name is Augustine and I'm 30 this year now. I come from South Niles province. Working back there, I witnessed first-hand human rights abuse, and I myself was a victim to police brutality back in 2014. I had an issue with my fiancée. She came disturbing me at my workplace on 3 different occasions. My wife decided to run away from the police again. So I have to hold the hands of my little boy on my right hand side, and on my left hand side I was blocking my wife from running away from the police. And then she started bashing me up with the umbrella she was carrying. I got a surprise by a police officer who came from the side, and without even asking questions, he punched me on my jaw on this side. He started belting me, and I blocked, and my little boy was flung to the corner there. And I stood up and I told him, "You have no right to touch me." There were all his colleague policemen, almost 10 to 12 policemen back in the police station. They said, "Yes, Savemania, kill him. And everybody came out. They took sides with the police officer, and they bashed me up. They kicked me with their military boots. They punched, and they killed me like a criminal there. And I said, "I'm not a criminal." And they punched me, and then they broke my jaw on this side, and the force that went on this side broke my other side of the jaw on this side.
This is one of the many stories of the issues PNG is facing today, and we all know this needs serious attention. But what could be done? Human rights are moral principles or norms which describe certain standards of human behavior and are regularly protected as legal rights in laws of the country and international law. Augustine Bryan sought out to these laws and saw himself being heard by the world.
When I was doing research and finding materials online, they asked me, the United Nations and this body, Youth for Human Rights International, they asked me about our story of the country. What were some most significant human rights violations that happened in the country? And I put my story as one of them. Police brutality is one of them as well, which official political corruption and all this. Those are among many issues. But my story about police brutality got their attention. And they said, "That's quite a good story. And can we come and film your story in your country?" And I said, "Yes, it's okay." So they came and we did a movie, a documentary, human rights documentary about my story in March this year, 2016. And then they asked me if you could come and share your story with the world. Your story is quite an emotional one and an inspiring one as well. So maybe you could try to share it with the world.
He attended the 13th Annual International Human Rights Summit in New York last month. He received the first PNG Human Rights Heroes Award for his story.
We took part in the 3 days Human Rights Summit, and they introduced the country to the nation, to the world, and I said there's this little island in the Pacific, and our 2016 Human Rights hero is from PNG, and he's going to say his story. But first of all, they said, please welcome and thank him. He's the human rights, 2016 human rights hero of the world. And they gave me this award. And I was lost of words and I don't know what to speak. I thought I was just going to say my story, and the United Nations, everybody that were involved to coordinate the event, they surprised me as well.
He now advocates for human rights anywhere he goes in the country. We tend to forget that we have human rights, and when we are being violated, we can seek help to help ourselves understand them well.
A single human being has 30 declared human rights, 30 declared human rights, and we must respect and make that. Papua New Guinea, when saying yes or signing the United Nations membership, you have already agreed to educate people on their human rights and to make human rights a reality in your country. But yet, it's not like that. Every day we see in the news, we see that there is violence going on. There is another case of police brutality, or maybe official corruption, all this that is going. It seems that PNG still need to educate themselves on their human rights.
And now it's time for our movie review for this week. Here is Jackie Kanaburi.
Hello and great to have your company again. Today we'll look at 2 movies. One is an international movie and the other is a local one. Well, moving abroad, Sausage Party is another latest movie which arrived lately in PNG. It is an American adult animated comedy film which was directed by Greg Tienen and Conrad Vernon. Well, Sausage Party is about a sausage quest to discover the truth about his existence. Please enjoy this sneak peek of the movie. Supermarket called Shopwell's.
Everything you want me to be, I can't be.
Get them straight, boys! Hey, look at this! We've got one!
The foods and other grocery items see the human shoppers as gods who take them to the great beyond when they are purchased.
Ketchup, mustard, sausages and buns.
A sausage named Frank has dreams of living in the great beyond with his hot dog girlfriend, Brenda.
Hey, Brenda, you and me.
I'm so happy the gods put our packages together.
Frank and Brenda's packages are chosen by a human to leave Shopwell's, but en route they are warned by a returned jar of honey mustard that the great beyond is not what they have been led to believe.
The pipes are coming. Oh, Jesus! Oh, gummy skin! She's peeling me. Stop!
Oops.
They're eating children! Children!
So, you have learned the terrible truth.
I gotta tell everyone.
No one will believe you.
I have to try. Everyone will die otherwise.
Oh, yeah, that's a good point. Fuck me, right?
Run for your lives! Want to see that shit?
It'll f you up for life. Good luck. Have fun.
And back to our show. Today, Paradise Cinema premiered our very own movie titled Lucky Mew. Lucky Mew centers around 4 young people living in Port Moresby. John, who works as a gardener to pay his way to university. He is a deep thinker who likes to look at life from a different angle. Melissa, a student and a daughter of a wealthy family, sees a strong-willed and doesn't suffer fools. Jimmy, a rugby league player who loves to have a good time, which sometimes leads to mischief. Maria, Jimmy's girlfriend, who works in a shop where they met, is someone with a heart of gold. Here's the highlight of the movie.
Haha! You make me feel like I'm on top of the world, baby!
What's your name?
Talking to me.
Yes, you. There's no one else around here.
Why were you talking to that boy earlier on? The gardener?
Are you even listening to me?
Yes, your shoes. I talked to a friend.
You finally get the chance to talk to him, and all you can think to talk about is shoes and God.
What the f is wrong with you?
You know, you can be pretty ferocious when you get all riled up.
Our very own local stars right there. For you people in Port Moresby, both movies are currently screening at Paradise Cinemas and will be on the big screens for 2 weeks. And yep, that's all I have for you for today, but I am looking forward to have your great company again next Thursday.
Thank you, Jackie, for that. I'll be watching out for those movies. Coming up after the break, afternoon tea.